And that will bring up Matt Hollis.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my God. Chase Headley, what are you doing, man?
Right-hand hitter. And the pitch is swung on and drilled in deep center.
Let's go! Holiday! Let's go!
It is gone!
Let's go! Walk it off, baby! Yes! If a dog today, it'll be a holiday! Let's go! First place, baby! Woo! They tied! They tied! They tied! You got a 9-1 lead and you lose the game! Let's go! The Bronx Bombers are back! Holiday earning his pinstripes, baby! And it started with the sack fly in Boston. You gotta keep the pinstripes on and you keep them strong. Let's go! This is the first time the Yankees have been in first place since like 2015. And we out here, everybody did something today. Everybody did something today. Just when you think it's not your night, you gotta freaking rip out a W from the jaws of defeat. We ain't taking no L. First game of the homestand, baby. Let's go. Let's go. To the clubhouse, this is joezmcfly hitting you up with another reaction video to a Yankee game. This game was the best game of the year. I know I said that about a couple of, but this trumps that. I'm sorry. Yankees end up coming back from down 9-1. As the game started out, you know, you got CC out there. We got Didi back. I mean, it's just really good feelings all around. The lineup just looks a little bit more complete. You know, CC goes out there the first couple of innings. He looks all right. He looks good. You know, they're not really hitting the ball hard, and it just seemed to unravel. He got rocked. Manny Machado killed CC Sabathia today. The guy had a single, double, home run, 470-foot home run. He got rocked, man. He ended up giving a home run to Castillo also. I mean, he got rocked, man. He was just getting rocked all around going on, but this is the second back-to-back dud from CC Sabathia, so hopefully he does start to rectify it. For the most part, for the first beginning of the night, it just felt like we got nothing. I mean, Gosman has a really good ERA when it does come to the Yankees. All night tonight, it was giving us every reason to quit. We're down 5-zip in the 5th inning now. So in the bottom of the 5th inning, Judge comes up and he hits a laser into the bullpen in left center field. It just feels like, okay, let's get something going. After Aaron Judge hits that home run, you start to have all sorts of good feelings. You're just thinking, okay, let's get a 1-2-3 inning and let's get back out there. So CC ended up getting 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning, and everything just kind of went to shit. Everything just unraveled. Joey Rickard had like a bunt single to Sabathia, and Sabathia fell all over the floor. He was looking crazy, but I didn't think anything of it because it was just a bunt single. Joe left him in to face Adam Jones. Adam Jones ends up getting a single. But Machado's coming up, and Machado already has 3 hits off of CC Sabathia. Joe had to go out there and go take him. So he brought in Brian Mitchell, and you know what? I'm not really going to give Brian Mitchell too much because he's had, so far out of the bullpen, he's had a great year. I mean, even that day in Pittsburgh where he kind of put himself into a jam, he worked himself out of it. You know, he showed a lot of heart. So today, he just had a bad day. He didn't have anything. He looked like he was out there. He was throwing wiffle balls. And he comes up, and then he walks Machado. Trumbo comes up. Guy hit a whole bunch of home runs last year. Trumbo ends up hitting a grand slam. It's 9-1. It just feels like, you know what? We're not going to win this game. You know what? Part of this identity with this Yankee team is you can be down, but you won't be out. And you know what? in the next inning, even after that grand slam, even after us being down 9-1, we're still fighting. In that inning, Holiday ends up getting a double. Ellsbury hits the line hard, but it ends up being an out, and then Castro follows up after him with a single. So now you got runners on first and third, and 1 out. And Didi's up to bat with man on first and third. And then Didi ends up pulling a ball to Scope, and he ends up scoring the run from third. So now we're down 9-2. So with Castro on second, and now we have 2 outs, you have Aaron Judge coming up, and he ends up parking a laser beam to straight center field into Monument Park. So now it's 9-4 Yankees, and we're fighting right back in there. We're fighting right back in there. That's what Joe Girardi said. You know what? That was kind of like, okay, let's go ahead. Let's keep building. Let's keep building. He just felt like he felt like that was kind of like the turning point. But then in the top of the 7th inning, Mitchell comes out for another inning of work, and he ends up walking the leadoff batter. Leadoff walks. He ends up allowing a double to Mancini. So now you have man on second and third with nobody out. So the next hitter is Jonathan Scope, and Jonathan Scope ends up pulling a line drive past Headley and then scoring those 2 runs. That one was deflating because I really thought when Aaron Judge ended up hitting that 2-run home run, I'm like, yo, we're right back in this. Let's go. Let's keep on chipping away. And when it went to 11, if you want to talk about a roller coaster game, this was it. I mean, a roller coaster of emotions as a fan. After the single by Scope, Brian Mitchell ends up getting the bases loaded again. And you know what? Joe Girardi said, you know what? That's enough. You obviously don't have it tonight. Let me just go out there and go get you. So Joe Girardi ended up bringing in Jonathan Holder. And you know what? I think Jonathan Holder, to me, is the unsung hero of this game. He's the guy, you know, everybody's going to talk about the home runs. Everybody's going to talk about everything. But Jonathan Holder held it, man. He held it right there at 11. The bullpen after that was flawless. Jonathan Holder came in with the bases loaded and 1 out, and he was able to get Machado to pop out to shallow right field to Aaron Judge, and he was able to get Trumbo to ground out to get out of that inning and get the offense back out there. And you know what? That ended up setting up the bottom of the 7th inning. You had Austin Romine, who ended up leading off with a single. Then Brett Gardner came in after that. He flied out. Chase Headley came up after him and hit a double. So now you got man on second and third with 1 out. And you have Matt Holliday coming in to bat now. And he ends up walking. So then it brings up our number 4 hitter. I was looking at his numbers, and nothing added up for what happened next. You know, the guy had never got a hit off of Vidal Nuno. He did have a .318 career batting average with the bases loaded, but he's never ever had a grand slam. And he's sitting on 99 career home runs. So what does Ellsbury do? He hits a grand slam. And then he brings us to within 11-8. So we're 3 runs down now. That grand slam was huge. It's a 3-run game with 2 innings to go. And what do we need in the top of the 8th inning? Something that we have not gotten all game. And this is why I say Jonathan Holder is the unsung hero of this game. A lot of people are going to overlook him because of all of the home runs. Jonathan Holder needed to keep them at 11. He came up in the top of the 8th inning, and he ended up delivering a 1-2-3 inning. And all of that does, and all of the bullpen did, minus Mitchell, of course, all that the bullpen did was give us the opportunity to then come back in this game. Bottom of the 9th inning, leadoff walks. So Chase Headley ends up walking, and Matt Holliday is right after him, and he hits the opposite field single, which I don't even know how it was a single. I thought it was going to be a double. That puts runners on first and third with no out. Now, the closer is not Zach Britton. The Orioles normally have a closer. His name is Zach Britton. He's out. He's hurt right now. So Brad Brock, which is normally their 8th inning guy, is in there trying to close this game out. So Ellsbury ended up hitting a chopper right up the middle, right over the pitcher, and gets it right to second base for a fielder's choice. So that Headley can then come in to score. So now it's 11-9, and you got man on first. You do have Ellsbury on first. I'm thinking steal, but Castro's coming up. And on the first pitch, Castro smacks it into the night, and it was epic, man. The guy goes down to one knee. It looked Reggie Jackson-esque, and it looked awesome. We came back from being down 5-0, and then 9-1, and then 11-4. And we came back to tie this game against the Orioles for a battle for first place. That was big. That was huge, you know? So in the next inning, after we tie it up, after Castro ends up tying it up, in dramatic fashion, Chapman comes in. You know what? A lot of us were worried with Chapman, thinking, oh, maybe he's hurt because of what happened up there in Fenway. But he was just saying that he just wants to throw more. You know, he hasn't gotten that much work, so he was a bit rusty. I was really concerned with his velocity. He definitely calmed all those worries in that 10th inning because he was up there, he was throwing BBs, bro. He was throwing 101 miles per hour like the regular old Chapman. And that set up the bottom of the 10th inning. Aaron Hicks puts up a good at-bat. He ends up walking. Kyle Higashioka comes up, and he comes up there. He's trying to lay down a bunt. Machado's breathing down his throat. I'm talking about like he's right there after every pitch. The pitcher ends up walking Higashioka when he's trying to give him an out. So now that moves the runner into scoring position. You got runners on first and second now with no outs. And Chase Headley coming up. This pitcher obviously has problems with throwing the ball in the zone. Chase Headley ends up swinging at some outrageous balls, and then that set up everything for Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday said that he wanted to go up there looking aggressive, had a young kid up there, he looked like he was going off speed, and Matt Holliday put a charge into one. And you know what? If I die today, it'll be a holiday. And he smacks one into the right center field bullpen to cap off the comeback, to have the game-winning 3-run home run to then put the Yankees into first place and demoralize the Orioles in Yankee Stadium. I mean, wow, what a win. Hope you guys did watch. If not, watch a recap, watch the game again. It's definitely going to be on Yankee Classic. The game ball today, and I've been putting it off, I could have given the game ball to Jacoby Ellsbury for hitting the grand slam, for having 5 RBIs today out of the cleanup spot. I could have given the game ball to Castro today for having 3 hits and having those 2 important RBIs when we needed it the most, for that game-tying home run with the knee. I could have given it to Aaron Judge, man, for really powering the comeback from the beginning and still keeping us and giving us the opportunity to come back. And having 2 hits today and having 3 RBIs and leading the Yankees in home runs in 9 and tops in the American League right now, tied with Chris Davis for home runs. I gotta give the game ball to Matt Holliday. I gotta give it to Holliday, because if he died today, it'll be a Yankee holiday. And he earned his pinstripes today. 3 hits today, the game-winning home run in walk-off fashion, opposite field. And you know what? It all started with a sac fly back in Boston. And you know what? You could tell as soon as he got that, he's starting to come out of his rut. It may happen just that simple for Greg Bird. So today, Matt Holliday, you get the game ball. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the game. Were you excited as I was? What was your turning point of the game? Who do you think deserved the game ball? What do you feel was the most exciting part of the game for you? Was it the Ellsbury grand slam? Was it the Judge home runs on back-to-back at-bats? Straight laser beams? Was it the Castro game-tying 2-run bomb? Or was it the Matt Holliday walk-off home run? Let me know in the comments, man. And I hope we sent the message to the Orioles to let them know that we can compete with you guys. Because we just finished doing it to the Red Sox, and we're here to do it to you guys. If this is your first time on the channel, make sure you guys leave a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for your Yankee news, your reaction. Make sure you comment. I do respond to all of my comments. Alright, so man, like I always say, make sure you guys do keep the pinstripes on, keep the pinstripes strong, because the team is doing it on the field, so there's no reason to give up on them, man. So just want to say thank you guys for watching, and let's go Yankees. Peace.